Facebook, I do not own the rights to this lovely music I'm playing. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, say hello whenever you sign on, so that I know you can hear me and see me. I do not own the rights to this music. Just want that to be seen and heard. Just a little filler music. I'm getting on just a couple minutes early. Give everybody a chance to find me. Make sure that you grab a drink. Get in your comfy clothes, because we're going to do a pressure cooker dump cake tonight. Totally excited about that. Hello, Chef. I see you found me this week. Grab something to drink and let's have some fun tonight. In the midst of a snowy, cold day, I got me some hot chocolate. I don't want to be in trouble with Facebook. I do not own the rights to this music. Just saying. Oh. Don't know what that just did, but whatever. I don't know. Anyway. Hope y'all are having a wonderful, snowy, wait, if you're in Tulsa, it's snowy Sunday. I have been in the house all day long, in my jammies, doing nothing. It was awesome. Can y'all hear this? Hello, hello, Kathy. Say hello whenever y'all sign on. We're going to make a pressure cooker dump cake tonight. Hey, Nasa. That's my partner in crime when it comes to direct sales. I got a lot of them out there, but she's a big one. I am going to show you some product tonight. I have two hostesses. I've got Carrie and Shelly with me tonight. We are doing a double hostess. Hello, Miss Patricia. We are doing a double hostess night tonight. Yes, those ladies are getting all their people on. They're viewing the party. And we are going to give away some stuff to them as hostesses. I'm super, super excited about that. If you are one of their guests, all I ask is that when you're ready to shop, go back to their group and use their special shop link. And all the other folks that are with me tonight, I appreciate you being here. Just glad to have you on as one of my clients, one of my lovely customers. Now, I will sweeten the pot a little bit. If you are on, and share my show out to your timeline and tag me so that I know that you did it. All of those folks that do that, I will put you in a drawing for a free gift from Tupperware by Traci. So share, share, share. Help me out here. Let's share that our show out and get the word out about my show on Sunday nights. Like I said, you share it out, tag me so that I know that you've done it. And I will enter you into a drawing to get some Tupper mail. Yes. And we are going to start. Got a lot to do and a lot to go over. And I want to make sure that we have time for everything. So feel free to put comments down below, questions, anything you may have. If I do not get to you during the show, I will at the end. Once I get cleaned up, I will go back through and make sure that I answer everyone. You guys are right here in the Tub Hub, and I absolutely love our new digs. So that's another reason I would love for you to share out the shows, because I want to get the word out about the Tub Hub and make sure that everybody that loves Tupperware finds where we are. It is a public group, and I will be, as you've seen, I've already started to put some recipes in the photo albums. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do. We've got a new brochure coming out on Thursday, so I'm super excited about that. January is coming. I am booking parties right now for January. And January is a huge modular mate month. If you love modular mates, you're going to want to party with me and get them for half price, free, all the above. Just make sure that you get on my books because you will want to party with me. It will be super, super awesome. It's called Big Weeks. We have all kinds of hostess things happening. So make sure, just like Carrie and Shelly, make sure that you guys get hooked up with me. What I typically do is we party for a few days in a group, do some games, some giveaways, just easy. And then I always ended up in my show, and you just have everybody come to the show, and then they go back and they then will shop at your personal shopping link. So let me know either after the show, send me a private message, whatever's good, and we'll get you on the books. I'm super excited to do that. So tonight, the star of the show tonight is going to be my pressure cooker. One of the things that I love to focus on when it comes to my show is meals in minutes. But tonight I'm going to do a dessert in minutes. I don't know about you, but I like to have some sugar every once in a while. I'm not usually supposed to, but you know, hey, whatever. It's yummy. And this is so super simple. If you want something just quick and easy, something you just throw in the microwave really fast, that is 100% what this is. Now, I think it was last week that I actually showed you the pressure cooker, but I want to talk a little bit about it tonight for those of you that were not with me last week. The pressure cooker, if you remember from when you were little, your mom or your grandma probably had one of those old school ones that sat on the stove and had that little thing on top that whistled whenever it was doing its pressurized thing. Scared the heebie-jeebies out of me. Never wanted to get close to the stove because of it. I hated being around it because it scared me. I thought it was going to explode. And so my grandmother would always say, "Oh, Tracy, it's fine. No big deal." Never wanted one, and still to my adult life, never have had like one of those old-fashioned ones because they just scared me. So when I got into Tupperware and I found out we had a pressure cooker, at first I was kind of like, don't want to have anything to do with it. It's a pressure cooker. It's the same idea. I absolutely don't want to be a part of that. But Tupperware has designed one that has 5 different safety measures on here. And as long as those 5 things are not compromised and you have followed the simple protocol of putting it all together, then you will have absolutely no problems. It pressurizes, depressurizes the whole bit. So super simple. So let me show you a couple of the features just so that you kind of know what I'm talking about. Of course, you have the base. All about the base, you know that. Megan Trainor said that. So we want to make sure that we all about the base. So that's what we're going to fill up in just a minute. Let's set that to the side for just a second. This is where all of the safety measures are. So let me show you just a few items that are kind of the features of how it keeps you safe. Okay, so first, this is not a handle. This is a safety latch. The safety latch covers one of the valves. Let's see if I can get it to where you can see. One of the valves. Let's see. I think you can see it. Right down in there, there's a valve, a pressure valve. It covers when it closes, and that locks in the pressure, make sure that it stays pressurized. We also have a valve here, right there. Everything's backwards. There we go. Right there. That releases pressure as it pressures up so that it doesn't get too much pressure. We also have kind of the opposite of a turkey timer. You know how with the turkey timer, when the turkey's done, it pops out? Well, with this, whenever it's done doing its thing and depressurizing, while it's cooking, if you see, that pops up. So while it's cooking, it will pop up and will stay up like that. And that releases pressure out of the inside of it. But after we're done, we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. And whenever it's down, we know that we're good to go and that we are able to open it and it won't explode in our face. Also on the inside is a rubber gasket. We want to always make sure that this rubber gasket is right on the inside. That keeps it perfectly sealed whenever we have the top on. Then this safety latch, you know, I said was not a handle. It's going to latch in and we're going to actually push it down to lock it in so that nothing comes off. So all of those things, as long as those things are all in play, you are safe, safe, safe. So we're going to put this to the side for just a second. Let's pull this back together. let's put it to the side because we got to prepare it first. We are going to put that over there. Okay, so we are going to start with 2 20-ounce cans of pie filling. This is any type of pie filling that you would like to do. Doesn't matter what kind. It's just as long as it's pie filling. Now, I also have cherry, but I'm going to do apple tonight because my husband loves apple. And I was going to do that for him as something special. So we are going to do that. Like I said, any brand, any kind, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to probably make a second one later and make it cherry so that I can have some. I like apple, but it's just okay. So we're going to do this for the hubby because, you know, he's my Tupper hubby. Now I got to take care of him. So we're going to do it with the special Tupperware can opener. The can opener is very, very interesting. Now, I'm going to preface what I'm about to tell you in the fact that if you are interested in the can opener, right now it is currently sold out. All of our tools, so the spatula that you're about to see, my can opener, any of our kitchen tools, we are all sold out on those right now. We're having a hard time getting any of the mats in to make the product right now due to COVID and everything going on. No, never fear. I've got a wait list going on. So if you are interested in anything that I show you tonight that maybe is on a wait list, just let me know. Hey, I want that. I want it as soon as it comes available. And I've got this wait list that I've started on all of my product. Any product that may be sold out or back ordered, I get you on that wait list. Just let me know and we'll definitely do it. Now, I tell you what, I have really bad carpal tunnel. And for years, I would never use a manual can opener ever because I was bound and determined. I'm like, this thing hurts my hand. I don't want to do a manual. I can't grip it very well. When I came to Tupperware, and I won't lie, I actually had to watch YouTube to figure out how to use it because our can opener is very different. Our can opener, actually, if you know how cans are done, how they're packed, a can is a cylinder and a top and a bottom. And what they do is they put the top on and the bottom on and they glue it down on both of the seams. So what our can opener actually does is it separates the top from the cylinder, or if you did the bottom from the cylinder. So it separates it where the glue is, and that leaves absolutely no sharp edges. And it's very, very simple. It's just a matter of getting it connected and knowing how to do it. And at first I didn't quite know. So you will separate the legs or handles or whatever you want to call it, put it right on. And if you can grab it, then you know you're good. So once I've got it, we're going to turn it. And you can really feel it let go whenever it's done. Now, most people will get there and go, well, it's not coming off. Why isn't it coming off? It's because you have to use this little beak at the end, right there, and you attach it. If I can get it to attach, there we go, and lift. And now you have the lid, absolutely no sharp edges whatsoever. No sharp edges on the can. It has separated away from the actual, the glue, where the glue meets the two. And so then you have no sharp edges. So if you have a small child, there's no way that they can get into the trash and hurt themselves. Speaking of small child, I mean, not even small child, me. I've cut myself on cans before, and I absolutely love that. Yes, Nasa, I know you've got small kids. There's no hurting yourself with this. It's amazing. So then you just release it straight into the trash can and you're good to go. So that's the first one. And we just do it a second time because I've got 2 cans. It's attached. And our can openers are right or left-handed. So you can do either one. And like I said, I have really bad carpal tunnel and typically I can't grip. I can't grab it. Oop, I felt it release. So then I'm going to take the beak, grab a hold of it again, and lift. Well, it let go. But again, it was more attached to the inner stuff. No sharp edges whatsoever. I love our can opener. To the point where now I will not even look at any other can opener. I won't even put up with any type of electrical. I don't want it. Absolutely don't want it. All right, so we're going to dump all of the pie filling down into the pressure cooker. That's going to be the very first thing. Using my spatula, of course. Silicone spatulas are good for everything, not just for baking and scooping and mixing and all of that. It's very, very good for stovetop. It can go to up to 400 degrees, so you can actually use it on the stovetop. It separates, which I should have shown you that before I started putting it in the apples. It separates, the top comes off from the stick, from the handle, so for easy cleaning. But like I said, you don't have to just bake with it. You can use it on the stovetop in your skillets. I've got really expensive Tupperware cookware, and I don't want to use something that's going to scratch that finish because it's all non-stick. So I use my spatulas whenever I'm cooking on the stovetop, and typically you can't do that with a spatula because they'll melt. Ours goes up to 400 degrees, so amazing. All right, so we are going to, there's my apples all down in the bottom of the pressure cooker. Next, we're going to put together basically the topping of sorts. Why do I think I did that wrong? I put half my... Oh, no, I did good. We're going to cover it. Okay, that's okay. I'm listening. Okay, so what I'm going to use tonight is I am going to use my Power Chef. My Power Chef is one of those tools that I thought when I started with Tupperware, I honestly thought I would never use this particular tool. It came in my kit at the time, and I thought, what a waste. I'm never going to use this. I don't even really think I know what it's for. And I tell you what, this is probably one of, matter of fact, this is a new one because I've had the blue one, my other one, and now I have the chili color. This is a new one because I wore out my other one, and I still have it. It's still usable. I wanted an excuse to buy the chili color. If you want to be honest, I wanted the new color. But I tell you what, it is an amazing tool. It comes with a as you see, it has a guard on it because this thing is extremely, extremely sharp. A 3-blade, steel blade mixer. It comes with a paddle. Let's put that there. A paddle so you can do batters and that type of thing. The blade will emulsify. It will chop. I am told that one pull of my string is 144 chops. So think about that when you're standing there with a knife and you're wanting to chop something up. I can do 1 or 2 pulls for you're sitting there for 10 minutes or 15 minutes chopping up everything. Comes with a funnel that you can use to pour in liquids. You want to always start with liquids with this, but if you need to fold in or add in things as you're mixing, then you use your funnel, and there is actually etched in measurements so you can measure. You turn it one side, it corks it, and then you turn it and it lets it down into inside. When you get it, it's going to look like that. So make sure that you take out the little ring because you don't want a bunch of plastic in your whatever you're cooking, whatever you're mixing up. And you're going to put that right on the bottom, and that's a no skid ring. So you want to make sure, hello, you want to make sure that that's on the bottom so that there's no skidding, it doesn't move around. So tonight, I am going to use the blade because we are going to basically chop up the butter into a bunch of cake mix. So, and the butter, I'm just going to basically cut that down just a little bit. Let's put that back there. We have a motor. Now, this is the daddy of the choppers. We also have a smaller one that is called the Chop and Prep. And the Chop and Prep runs with the same motor, and it's just a much smaller bottom to it. Also comes with the blade. You can get the both of them for a very low price. So if you are here and you're part of one of the parties, make sure that any of the product that you see, you go back to your hostesses group, use their special link because we want to make sure that they get the hostess credit. If you are just one of my customers and you're interested in this, let me know. I can help you order. It's not a big deal. It's like I heard somebody call this the other day the grown-up speak and spell. No, see and say. What's that thing that has the animals around the outside of it, and you pull it and it makes noise? I think that's a see and say. This is the grown-up version. So if you know how to do the see and say, you can do this. It's super easy. So we're going to fit it down into the ring, and there is a kind of a tooth in the bottom, if you can see, and we're going to put it right down so that it kind of stands up all by itself. And we're going to do a stick of butter. One stick, and all I'm going to do is just chop it into 2 pieces. I'm using my universal knife, chef knife. Love my knives. I have never actually had to sharpen my knives. If you do ever have to sharpen them, we do sell a sharpener. They do have a lifetime warranty on them. We have various sizes, serrated one. We have a universal, just a big universal one, all different sizes and shapes and uses, a paring knife, that type of thing. All right, throw that away. Okay, we are also, oh, I forgot my cinnamon. Let me get my cinnamon real quick. Forgot it. Okay, so we are going to put, we did the 1 stick of butter. We did it into cubes. We are going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla using my measuring spoons. I have told you guys before, but I'll tell you again tonight. Our measuring spoons and cups, we were actually, in 2015, we were named the most accurate and the easiest to use by Good Housekeeping. I always forget that. I always want to say Better Homes and Gardens. By Good Housekeeping, we were the rated #1. That's right. And one of the reasons is easy to use. We actually give you 6 measurements, where most people that when you buy a set, you get 4 or 5. And it also has, I will show you, all of the measurements are etched on the inside, are on the outside of the plastic, so that it never comes off, it never wears off. It's etched right into the plastic. So easy to find what you need. And we are going to do a teaspoon. Is that my teaspoon? Yep. We're going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm doing it in my spice shakers, my large spice shakers. These are amazing. This is the sapphire color. We sell the sapphire and the black right now. You have on one side, you have the side that I'm going to use, but on the other, you have the holes. See the holes down in there? And then you see the teeth or the nodules that are on the other side. And the really great part is that you don't ever get any type of clogging in there, because when you put it down, it sticks those back down into the holes and makes sure that it's good and cleaned out. We're going to use that other side, if I can get it open without spilling it. I just refilled it. There we go. I'm going to use the other side because I can stick my spoon right down in there. I'll put that down in there. And then we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. And I do my vanilla in my tilt and pours. I absolutely love these. Amazing little technology. All right. And we are going to also do 2 cups of cake mix. Now, I'm going to fess up to something. You know, might as well keep it real in the show, right? I was in a training this weekend, and in that training, I learned some things about our modular mates. One of the things I learned is that it's very important to put the right thing in the right size. This, however, is the wrong size for what I want to use it for. And the reason I say this is a super oval tube. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love these. But I have cake mix in here. And one of the things that I need to do is I need to get a cup of cake mix out of here. And you can't scoop it out because it's too skinny. So I learned, because I'm kind of new to modular mates, even though I've been doing this for a while, I'm kind of new to modular mates. You can't fit the 1 cup and scoop like I need to. So in all actuality, I would actually want to put this in a rectangular or a square so that you can actually get in there and scoop. So you're going to watch me do this and it not be that great, but we're going to make it, right? You know, we all learn about our products different ways. Making a mess, don't mind me. And as soon as I can get me some more, which will probably be January when we have the big sale, if you just joined us, you want to get on my books right now to have a party in January because it's modular mate season coming up. And we are going to have amazing sales on the modular mates. Our sets come back. I am making a mess. Our sets come back. And our singles, of course, are always here. But our sets come back. And that is amazing because with the sets, you are going to get a much better deal. And we have things like the baking set where they've put various sizes together to make it so you can kind of put everything together. And if you want to do any type of organization in your pantry, let me know. We can do it virtually. We can get on Zoom or get into a messenger room or whatever, and you can show me and I can give you my feedback on what I think would be a great way to organize your pantry or your cabinets. Okay, that was a mess. So that is showing you how to not do it. And I will have that fixed. The next time I can get modular mates, I will get that into a square or a rectangular. You definitely want to do it because when I went to pull this out and I thought, oh crud, I have to put a cup in there and I can't fit the cup in there. That's not going to look very pretty. Well, anyway, that's what you want to do. So, and now I have cake mix everywhere. Let me get this off of here real quick. Okay, back to this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put the top on. All I did is I put everything down in it. It's all right inside. I'm going to put the top on just like that. And we're going to pull. Short pulls. You're not wanting to put it, not wanting to pull into Antarctica or anything like that. What I do is I just kind of mix it around, do a couple more pulls. Like I said, short pulls does your chopping. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get that butter all mixed up and all chopped up basically into little pieces. All right, let's take that off. I made a mess. There we go. Take the ring off. All right. Awesome. Let me make sure that I got it all the way down to the bottom. Now, all I'm going to do is I am going to pour over top of our apples and make sure that it's all covered. The spatula is fantastic for getting all into the crevices of whatever you're scooping out and making sure that everything is out. Perfect. And then we're just going to put it right over top of all those apples so it's covered. All right, just like that. All right. Now, let's make sure that we put all of our stuff there on the lid. See if I can let you see it. Right there is if you can see that arrow. And on the base itself, on one of on the handles, there's the same arrow. So you're going to line up those arrows and then you're going to twist and you're going to lock and load basically. So that's all the way down. See how it's all the way down? You're ready to go. And you're going to put this in the microwave for 14 minutes. All right, now while that is cooking, I want to talk to you about a few other items that are amazing when it comes to meals and minutes. A lot of you, if you know me, you know what my favorite product in the whole world is. I bet some of you can even answer that right now. What is the favorite, what do I always talk about being my favorite product? Anybody know? Well, I just gave it away because I just brought it over here. My absolute favorite product of all time is my stack cooker. A lot of people go, why the stack cooker? Well, I work a full-time job. And when I say full-time, it's anywhere between 40 and 50 hours a week. Plus, I have a business and I have a family. And so, to me, I don't want to spend hours upon hours upon hours in my kitchen every night after I've just put 9 hours in at my full-time job and still have to do parties and whatever for the business. I don't want to spend all that time in the kitchen. So for me, I want some way that I can do something really fast and easy, but healthy. That's the key. And so with Tupperware, there are various different versions of cookers. It's not just bowls anymore, guys. It's also cookers that help you to cook fast, easy, and healthy in the microwave. So then you're not heating up your apartment or your house with your oven, and you're cooking still healthy by either steaming or whatever. And it just makes it sense because let's do an example. One of the things that I absolutely love about the stack cooker is that I can actually brown my ground beef in my microwave in the stack cooker. And I do it healthier than if I was browning it on the stovetop. Let me explain. The stack cooker has multiple parts to it. So you've got the 3-quart, you've got a 1 3/4 quart, actually 2 of them that are about the same size. This one is 1 3/4. This is a colander. And then you have the lid. It is not a seal because it does not seal on top. It is actually a lid. And it is 3/4 quart, okay? When I come home and I want to make some chili for my husband, which I typically do in my pressure cooker, I have to brown the ground beef. So when I come in, let me give you a scenario. I come in, I grab the ground beef, I grab my 3-quart, and I grab my colander. That's all I need for this little ditty. I grab the ground beef and I crumple it in here, and I throw this top on, and I throw it into the microwave. And it's 5 minutes for about every pound that you put in here. I typically do 2.25, something like that. So I put it in for about 10 minutes. In that 10 minutes, I am able to either go sit down with my husband and talk with him and see how he's doing, or I go change and get into comfy clothes. And then by the time I'm done with either one of those things, I come back down and it's all ready. So then I pull it right on out, stick it in my Power Chef. I pull a couple times, and I've got taco meat ready to go. Or I've got chili meat ready to go into the pressure cooker. All because of how easy it is to brown the ground beef. I'm not standing down here in front of the stove, and I don't have the beef that is sitting there cooking in its own gunk. Because what I have done is put it in a colander. So when I raise it out, the meat is left in here, and all of the gunk is left in here. It did not cook in its own grease and gunk. It dripped it down into the bottom. So you're cooking healthier beef. I buy the 70/30, 70/80, whatever it is. I buy the cheaper hamburger because hamburger has gotten expensive. But I'm cooking way healthier for the pure fact that it's all dripping down into the bottom here, and it's not cooking in its own gunk. How amazing is that? Now, on another note, you can stack cook. That's why it's called a stack cooker. Take this out for now, and let's do one of my favorite meals that I do is I do some cut up potatoes in the bottom, season them with some butter, take the second layer, the 1 and 3, this is the full one, no holes, and I put some chicken breasts in there, frozen or not frozen, chicken breast right in there, butter and some seasoning. Then on the top, I invert the top and I put fresh vegetables. Do some fresh vegetables. Or you can do a crumble, similar to what I'm doing tonight. You can do a fruit crumble on top. Then you throw the whole thing in the microwave, just like this, and in less than 30 minutes, I have a full meal for my husband and I. All I have to do is put it right in there. Now, these pieces come with their own seals. So I could have, the night before, put it all together, threw it in the refrigerator. My husband could have thrown it all in the microwave for us. By the time I got home, dinner could have been ready. I will have already had it prepped and ready. He takes the seals off, stack them back together, throw them in the microwave, and we're good to go. Like I said, meals in minutes. You can't beat that. Not in today's world when you're going out to fast food and eating fast food products. Let me show you the next one. If you've seen any of my shows, you have watched me use my MicroPro grill. I'm not going to take a ton of time on this, just for the pure fact that the MicroPro grill speaks for itself. And you say, Tracy, did you just say grill? I said grill. You can actually grill in your microwave. The next time, I didn't have hamburger patties, but I'll have to show you this the next time. I take frozen hamburger patties. This is one of my favorite ones. My husband loves it too because he can have grilled hamburgers anytime he wants. Frozen hamburger patties. There are susceptors in the bottom, susceptors in the top, and that's what helps it to grill. There are two positions to the MicroPro grill. You have the grilling position where the top goes down on top of whatever, so then both susceptors are being used, or you have a casserole position. So you can put it in there and only the bottom susceptor is actually cooking and it's not touching the top. There's stay cool handles, so super easy to get out of the microwave. This thing will heat up to 425 degrees in your microwave. So it actually physically grills in your microwave. You can put this metal in the microwave because Tupperware has figured out the technology and how to do it so it doesn't blow up in your microwave. So frozen hamburger patties, I have done brats, I have done hot dogs, I have done lasagna, I have done scalloped potatoes, all kinds of things right here. We live in an apartment, so we can't have a grill. This is the next best thing. Absolutely love it. I look at it as one of the appliances in my kitchen that is well worth every penny I spent for it. Now, let's talk about this little master. This is on one of our cookers as well. And it's one of my favorite items that we sell. And I'm telling you about this tonight because we have a really cool deal coming up on Thursday. Unfortunately, I can't tell you about it tonight, so you have to come around the hub and I will tell you more on Thursday. But we have a special deal going on the pasta maker on Thursday. This little guy is amazing. It is a pound of spaghetti in the small boxes. I do 1 pound of spaghetti, put it in the pasta maker. There are water lines. I don't think you guys can see that. Water lines. I don't think you can see that. See that? See right in here. Water lines on that back so that you know exactly how much spaghetti to put in and how much water to put on top. Then you put it in just like this. No top. Trust me. You put it with the top on and don't read the directions. The water goes all over your microwave and it was a mess. I did it. I didn't read the directions. I just thought I knew what I was doing. So you don't put your top on. You just put it in just like this. And when you pull it out, the top is used, shows you the arrow of which side to use, and you see the holes. See those holes right there? You then put that top on, and all you have to do is just do that, and it drains all the water out, and you've got all your pasta left right inside here. Perfect. I do it for 15 minutes for a full 1 pound box. Leaves us with extra so that my husband can have lunches for the week, or I can take it to work and reheat it. Absolutely love the pasta maker. Be looking for a special that is coming. Yes, I'm teasing. I'm teasing you just a little bit, but a special that is coming on Thursday. And, oh, if you don't know, I've got the 12 Days of Christmas that it just started today. But you have to be in the VIP group for that. So if you have not joined the VIP group, make sure that you do, because that's where I'm posting them. I'm not allowed to do special deals for my customers in the public. So you have to go to that VIP group. So join me there, and every day will be a different deal. So we have a new brochure coming out on Thursday. Make sure you check. Will be super, super awesome. Okay. So, do y'all have your drinks? Are y'all... Oh, did I show you guys my thermos? This is my Tupperware flask. We call it a flask. I'm not exactly sure why we call it a flask. I love this color. Can you see that color? It's a peacock color. This is the new flip top. Pop. It's great for travel. And this little sucker will keep your hot and your cold for up to 8 hours. And when I say that, no lie. I had coffee in here this morning. It had to have been 9 o'clock this morning, and I was sipping on it. It probably was well after 1 o'clock before I finished it, and it was still hot. Absolutely love this. It's in our catalog. Make sure that you check out your hostess links. Go back to those groups, or let me know. You can go to my website and grab one while you can. Ow, I got hot chocolate in there because it's snowy here. So what better than hot chocolate on a snowy day, right? Okay, so let's talk about other things real quick while we're waiting for that to finish. Another thing, when you go to, let's talk about what happens when you buy tons of food and you need to do something with it. What happens with that? Well, you gotta have a way to either portion it out and get it in the freezer, or put it someplace where it's not going to go bad before you eat it, correct? If anybody shops at like a Sam's or a Costco, you're going to buy that huge block of whatever. Block of hamburger, bunches of chicken breasts or chicken thighs, and you're not going to cook them all. Like if I do that, I've got just my husband and I. We're not going to cook an entire roll of beef all at one time. And if you put it all in the freezer, then you have to unfreeze that entire roll or whatever. And I'm just not going to do that. So one of the things that I suggest, and we've been talking about in our groups, is different ways that we can control waste and make sure that we use everything that we purchase. These are our Tupperware freezer mates. I absolutely love the freezer mates for the number one reason is they are pliable, easy to get the food out of. They don't stain. We have multiple versions of them. So in our scenario of the big honking thing of beef, what I would do is portion it out in either 1 pound or 2 pound chunks, and then you stick it right in. It's got a coating on the inside so it never will stain. Then when I'm trying to get it out, you just have to move it around because it's pliable, and you just pop it right out. Easy peasy. We have various sizes. There is a starter set on my website or at the order links, so take a look, and all you have to do is look for Freezer Mate Plus. That is all. Just search for that, Freezer Mate Plus. And the one thing I do love is this big one. I use this. They're not just for the freezer either. Let me take these out real quick so I can be watching. Now, as we take it out, as you can see, there is the little indicator is up, so we do not want to open it because it is pressurized, and I don't want that opening because it'll blow up in my face. So we're going to put that to the side. It's going to be just a few more minutes, and then we'll get into it once it's depressurized. So these are not just for the freezer. I use these in my refrigerator all the time. This fits perfectly chili dogs. So I will make a huge tray of chili dogs, and of course we don't eat them all. And I can lay them right in here, and it fits them perfectly, and I put them in the fridge. My husband loves it because he knows the purple container usually has his chili dogs in it. Easy peasy. Those are Freezer Mate Plus. All right, now the other side of it is, say you bring home some produce. And I don't know about you, but I get really tired of throwing produce out. And I tend to do that, or used to do that constantly. Funny story in my home is my husband absolutely loves grapes. And we all know how expensive grapes can be. So I would buy him the package of grapes from Walmart or whatever. And I would bring them home, and he would take his sweet time eating them, and then they would go furry. And then I'd end up throwing them away. And I got very upset over that. And so I stopped buying them. I was like, I'm done. I'm done buying these because you let them go bad and then I throw them away. When I got into Tupperware and I learned about our fridge smarts, this is one of our top sellers. This is a technology that we have done a lot of research on and a lot of trying to figure out what the best way is on what foods breathe when and do what. So we have a patent technology that has a slider on the top. On the front, there is a chart that shows all the different kinds of fruits and vegetables that you can use in here. Pretty much you can put anything and everything, but this gives you the different things that can go in and what level of breathing that they are. On the front, this is actually between two pieces of plastic. So it will never rub off. It will never deteriorate over time. It will stay looking just as good as it does right now. The really neat thing is the inside of it is, if you can see how it's raised, you never, ever, ever want to sit in your own juices, do you? Well, neither does produce. So it sits in here, but it sits up, and all the juices that if it ever sweats or has anything come off of it, it falls into those little wells and it doesn't sit in its own juice. So then it stays fresh. Now, what happened is we brought some grapes home and I put it in this. And sure enough, we set that slider to the proper breathing, and my husband completely finished all of his grapes without them going furry. How amazing! How amazing was that I was able to actually save money and not throw it away in the trash or down the drain. Now, a lot of folks will put their stuff in that bottom drawer in the refrigerator. I've heard somebody call it the rot drawer. You know why? Because everything that goes in there rots. I don't choose to use that drawer. We actually keep bottles of water in that drawer. I keep all of my fresh produce and everything right in here. What size do you use for a whole bag of grapes? This size right here, Nessa. The bag of grapes typically, well, I will say this. This is the perfect size because usually I bring it home and my husband has already eaten some of them. So there may be a few overflowing, but this is a small deep. And this is exactly what I would recommend because 95% of the time they fit right down in here. You might have to trim off some of them just a little bit just to get it all in here, but this is his grape container. He gets mad when I have shows and I show it off because I have to clean it out and he can't have his grapes in there. So this is his grape container. This is what I would recommend. We do have the small. See the small? Now the small is good for smaller berries. So for like raspberries or blueberries, that type of berry, a small. This is the same size. It's just this is a small deep and this is a small. Now our starter kit starts with this 4 pieces. That's the set I recommend because you get 2 of the small deeps, you get 1 medium and 1 medium deep. The medium deep, if you remember back in the day, we used to have the lettuce crisper. Well, we don't carry the lettuce crisper anymore. The lettuce crisper is actually in the vault, and it's not something that we have out very often. I think I've seen it maybe once in the entire time I've done my business. I recommend the medium deep. The medium deep, you can fit a small head of lettuce in here. But what I do, and I don't know about y'all, but I love the pre-cut bags of lettuce. So I go to Aldi's or I go to Walmart. I know I'm probably not supposed to say names of stores on here, but whatever. I go to Aldi's or go to Walmart, grab a couple bags of lettuce, and 2 bags of lettuce fit in here perfectly. And this ensures that I don't throw lettuce out, that I actually eat every piece of lettuce that comes in my house. If you don't believe me or you want some proof, I have a video that you can watch. Just let me know. I will be glad to post it. And it's a 2-week challenge. It basically is a time lapse 2 weeks that actually will show you what happens with the different, if you don't put it in there or you do put it in there. Here's the difference. The one thing is with these is at Tupperware, we do it naked, dry, and dirty. Yes, I did say that. What that means is when you bring home your produce, you want to bring it home, you want to take it out of its packaging, you do not want to wash it when you put it in here. Of course, we wash it before we eat it. So when you take it out of the Fridge Smart, wash it before you prep it and eat it. But when you put it into the Fridge Smart, you put it in here naked, dry, and dirty. Yes, that ensures that the nutrients are not added to have any water added to it, which will then turn around and do condensation in here, which will affect the breathing, which will make them go bad quicker. I have a large veggie drawer and I can use several of the small deeps in there or medium deeps with a couple smalls. Those are great. Yes, that's what a lot of folks do. They will either take out the drawer completely or they will use the Fridge Smarts down in the drawers. They are amazing. I never believed, I honestly did not believe it till I tried it. And now I tell you what, I have had so many customers tell me, thank you so much, because that has saved us so much money. I highly recommend Fridge Smarts. Fridge Smarts are the way to save money. And in today's world, guys, that's what we need to do, isn't it? Save some money. All right, let me check and see how our dump cake is going. And I know we are getting at the end of our time together tonight. Yep, looks like we are settled. All right, let me get, give me just a second. I want to get a bowl so we can pull some out and you guys can see what it looks like. And I need a spoon. All right. So, indicator is down. If you can see that, it's not making any hissing noises. So I know that I'm safe. Lift my latch. Do a twist. Now, anytime you pull something out of the microwave that has been cooking, you want to pull it away from your face or you're going to get a really bad facial. And I don't want to do that. So when we lift away from our face. There we go. Ooh, that smells so good. Smells so good. I don't have smell vision. I'm sorry. And there is our dump cake. Can y'all see that? Woohoo! It's like a cobbler that helps you. And I'm going to pull out a yummy portion so that you guys can see the yumminess. Ooh, so beautiful. All right. Ooh. All right. Oh, it's my beautiful crystal clear and it's all fogging up. You're supposed to be able to see it because of the clearly elegance. That, my ladies and gentlemen, is pressure cooker dump cake. I'm going to take a bite. You want me to take a bite? I want a bite. And I'll tell you guys how it tastes. How about that? Looks really hot. Stella, my puppy has woken up. What are you doing? Sit. I know y'all want a bite. Y'all could smell this. I'm sorry I can't share. Yum. And of course, in the hub, I will be posting the newsletter of tonight. It will have all of the products that I used tonight and the recipe. So make sure you check back in the hub and you can try one yourself. And if you don't have a pressure cooker, get with me. Let me help you get one. The biggest part of it is have a I have a dog that's taking my attention. Have a party with me and let me help you get it half price or free. There is nothing better than a half price Tupperware. I will even tell you, if you are interested, on how to get my discount for a full year at only $15. You gotta give me a message and we'll talk about it privately. There is no better thing than paying not full price for Tupperware. Why would you want to pay retail? You just don't. So yummy. Carrie, Shelly, thank you so much for being on here tonight. I am excited to see what your guests purchase. Please go back to their respective groups if you are one of their guests and make sure that you place your order through their ordering link. If you want to do your own party, make sure you get with me because I'm getting my books all in order for January starting right now. We've got big weeks coming. My first week is huge for hostesses. And I want to have you right here and have a virtual home party with you. So make sure that you get with me so I get you on the list. We party for a few days in a group and then we do the virtual home party just like this. All of us all together. Super duper easy. Grab a drink, get in your PJs, and let's have some fun. Guys, I do this every Sunday. Thank you so much for being a part of things with me tonight. You have been a blessing, and I thank you so much. I will see you next Sunday. If you did participate with this and you were able to share this out on your timeline, make sure you tagged me so that I know and I put you in that drawing for something free from Tupperware by Traci. Thank you so much. If you have any suggestions of recipes that you would like me to try, let me know because I'm looking for new stuff. We're always looking for new recipes. So let me know. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of tonight. Give me all kinds of feedback. I'd like to hear it. Thanks so much. You guys are the heart of my business, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you next week on Tupper Time with Traci. Bye.